I've got a number of property-related items here for your approval. First one is, this goes back now several years. The county purchased a residential home at 1320 Cornwall Road. When it went up, went up on the market, so it was a fair market, and we made an offer and bought the home. The reason for doing that at the time is that there is a design on the table, and PennDOT is proceeding with revamping the intersection of Wilhelm Avenue at Cornwall Road, and York Street, which comes up from the Coles complex there. And that's going to get completely redone and aligned, so there will no longer be the dogleg from York Street over to Wilhelm. Remember all that? This probably goes back to about 5 or 6 years. So at that time, it came on the market. It was discussed. It was an opportune time to purchase that property, since rather than having to go through any sort of taking or anything like that, it was bought when it was made available. And we used liquid fuels funds at the time to do so, which you're familiar with, being used for transportation projects. We did have a tenant in that home. It's a usable home. We did have a tenant in there for about 5 years. It remained on the tax rolls, and taxes were paid on it since it was producing a rental income. He moved out about 2 years ago, and it looked like the process was moving forward, so I did not fill or advertise it for a new tenant, only to maybe have to, kick them out soon after. That project is moving along. Our folks over in planning, John Fitzke, Song Kim, everyone has been having meetings all along here, and the next step in the process, and along with North Cornwall Township, the next step in the process is what I'll be asking you to do here, and that is that PennDOT is suggesting, and North Cornwall Township is willing to receive that property from the county for $1. Again, liquid fuels funds were used, not general fund county money were used for that. And the reason they're recommending that, and the reason that makes sense, is that when the intersection goes in, there was going to be some residual land that's going to be probably slivers on each side of it, that will just end up then with North Cornwall as sort of, shoulder, right of way, that sort of thing, rather than the county holding on to it and having, to do that later on. And it would just make the process go forward a little bit easier. So our solicitor has drafted a deed to transfer ownership for $1 to North Cornwall Township. And I would ask for your approval to make that transaction.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to transfer ownership of 320 South 18th Street to North Cornwall Township.
Carolyn, that's not the property.
It's 1320 Cornwall Road. North Cornwall Township's building is located at
That's where
320. They're listed as the buyer. So the property is 1320 Cornwall Road.
Okay, 1320. Yes, I do have 1320 on here. I apparently don't have the right paper.
Well, you probably were looking at the cover sheet.
Yeah, that's the municipal building address for North Cornwall Township.
Oh, back here it is. Okay, 1320 Cornwall Road. There it is. You're right. I found it.
All right, I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to convey that property to North Cornwall Township. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. All right. Very good. That's going to be a great improvement to that intersection.
I'll say.
A lot of accidents happen there.
There is.